Sorry, one thing I always forget is just turn the sound on, so thank you for reminding me. So, okay, a big welcome. A big welcome to everyone. Thank you for reminding me that you can't hear me. We are going to be starting. I was just saying essentially that during this pandemic, we're all challenged in some way, whether it's are we still going to have work? We're cooped up. Maybe we're in an apartment with no balcony, and we're restricted how often we can go out. And this creates a lot of tension and stress. So really what we want to do is to be able to learn to relax profoundly. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you today with a simple technique. However, do not underestimate the power of this technique. It's super, super powerful and will allow you to find that deep peace and relaxation. And in doing so, you will look at life in a very, very different way. So good to see some of you connecting. You can actually put any comments or questions in the chat feed. As I'm talking, I will be sharing a support email address with you that you can use to create a support case in our online system so that we can come back to you if you have any specific questions related to what you have learnt today. What we do want you to do is keep popping back. We want you to establish a regular pattern of meditation in your life. In our system, we meditate twice a day for 20 to 30 minutes. Now, this does require some adjustment to our routine at the beginning, but once we begin to see the profound benefits that meditation brings, we're really keen to get up earlier or to give this a really high priority. So like anything we need to do anything new that we do, we have to get into that habit form to ensure that it slides nicely into our routine. Now, your children can meditate with you. If they're smaller, they may get bored. So if they're 6 years old, etc., you could start them off with you, but allow them to leave after 10 or 15 minutes. Most people find that they will be able to control their children better. There will be less hype, etc. I'm just getting a message. Can you all hear me? Is this clear? My mic is on, so you should be able to hear me. Okay, that's good. Please add a message if essentially you can't hear me. Okay, yeah, I think you need to reconnect, Anthony. Just refresh the browser and it will reconnect. So our morning sessions are timed so that young children can join Joe Wicks on the PE at 9 o'clock. Or for those school children who are logging on to their school at 9:45, 9 o'clock, or for workers, obviously, who are working at 9 o'clock and need to log on as well. So our morning sessions are timed then. If you can only join at 5 o'clock, that's fine. But please try to get a pattern of regularity. So this is a very simple form of meditation, as I told you before. Now we practice this with our hands together. So let me just raise that. See a little bit. So we want to sit like this. We want to be in a nice erect chair with our hands together. They can be clasped like this or just on top of each other. Simply because this creates a circuit. So this creates it's like we're recharging from those energies that we're drawing within, and we don't want to lose them. You often see people meditating like this or like this. Totally incorrect. Well, for our system of meditation, which draws powerfully from within, we need to create that circuit to preserve those energies, because we need to be able to use them in our daily life. So that's very important. So keep your hands together, be comfortable, do not cross your legs at the top, but you may cross them at the ankles simply because they will go to sleep and this will disturb you. Try and meditate in a shaded room. Now, we have some light in this room today. Obviously, I've lit a small tea light at the back of me because you can, in a darkened or shadowed room, light a candle, use a small lamp or a bedside lamp. Never meditate in a completely black pitch room. Okay, make sure the location is secure, that no one is going to interrupt you, etc. And obviously, don't have your mobile phone there to time you. We're saying about between 20 and 30 minutes. And therefore, we want to use that internal clock that we all have. We don't need to use apps. I do not recommend using apps. We have that natural clock. And if you just at the beginning, as you're closing your eyes, tell yourself 20 to 30 minutes, you will be fine. You will come back naturally at that time. But then if you do need to look at your watch or a clock, look at it only through squinted eyes. It's very important you do that because it can be a major shock to your system if you just suddenly, spring out of meditation, open your eyes when you've been to those wonderful depths within yourself. So be comfortable. If you're cold, cover up. If you're warm, unclothed. Just be at a really good temperature and undo any tight clothing around the waist or around the neck. So as we said, 20 to 30 minutes. Please ensure that those around you are not going to come in and disturb you. This is your time of the day. This is no way selfish, simply because by you becoming a better person, transforming your life, you will help all those around you so wonderfully. So now we're going to get into the practice. So what I want you to do is to very, very gently close your eyes. Okay? Now, don't just close them. I want this to happen very, very slowly. Extremely slowly. And when I ask you to open them again, it's almost like they're stuck. Your eyelids are stuck. You want to open them very, very, very slowly. Okay? So let's do that now, and let's just relax for a few seconds. As I said before, our attention is so externalized. The meditation is a new journey inwards. That's why it's always, every meditation is different. Every meditation has its own form, and that's why meditation is never boring. Okay, good. So the first thing I want you to do is to place your attention on your breathing. Just like watching the rising and fall of the chest, the breath going in and out of your nostrils. Do not try to alter the rhythm of your breathing at all. This wants to be completely natural with just you as the observer. After some time, you will notice that you will relax more and more profoundly. So we're going to try that now just for a minute or so, just to get you into the swing of it. So if you haven't closed your eyes, please do so very, very slowly. Okay, I want you to very slowly now open your eyes. Don't rush, there's absolutely no hurry at all. Open your eyes really, really slowly. Good. That was very easy, wasn't it? So as I said, don't be mistaken by ease not being powerful. To give you an example, in this connection where you're meditating at this moment, I could perceive some heartache with some of you. I know this is a very difficult time for people, and I had this weight here on my chest, which is basically showing that, you know, some of you are really struggling emotionally at this time. The meditation is going to help you so, so much. So please carry on after this lesson. It's going to be wonderful for you. So now we're going to introduce the second element. So again, I want you to close your eyes very, very slowly and place your attention on the breathing as before, just watching the rising and falling of the chest, the breath going in and out. It doesn't matter whether it's out of your nostrils or out of your mouth, whatever is comfortable for you. The nasal passages may be small and you may be more comfortable breathing out the mouth. That's absolutely fine. So just observe that rising and falling of the chest, the breath going in and out. Now the second element is we want you to be aware, after the breathing, you will notice that your breathing will slow down, but thoughts will pop up in your head. Now, one thing we want to make clear is thoughts are not an intruder. They are a natural part of meditation. And you will learn, as we reveal more about the benefits of meditation, how those thoughts that appear in meditation are losing their dominance over you. So when we're stressful, obviously our mind is working overtime and those thoughts are just going through. But in meditation, they're almost like on a movie screen and we're just able to observe them. And that's absolutely fine. So after the breathing, naturally we'll drift off onto some thoughts. And as we said, that's completely correct. But when you realize you're only having thoughts, without pushing those thoughts away, come back to the attention. Bring your attention back to the breathing. But very importantly here, do not push out the thoughts. Just allow them to be there and you'll find they will just slip away of their own accord. But do not push them out. So we want to just come over the top of them, so to speak, with the attention of the breathing again. It could be that they're both there together for a while, but normally one will dominate. So now we're going to meditate using that system for 15 to 20 minutes. This is the time when you've already learned, if you want to come back and connect with us as a group meditation, which we're doing globally, please do so. You are so, so welcome. So again, just to remind you, place your attention on the breathing, watching the rising and falling of the chest, the breath coming in and out of the nostrils. Do not try and alter the rhythm, just be the observer. After a while, you'll realize you're only having thoughts. Fine, as we said, they're not an intruder. But when you realize you're only having thoughts and your awareness or attention on the breathing is completely gone, without pushing those thoughts away, come back to the breathing. So that's good. So please continue now. Okay, now, so without opening your eyes, I want you to surface from your meditation. Just do not open your eyes. If you have a problem with estimating what 2 minutes is, then just count slowly to 120. Just allow your system to come back to its normal level of consciousness, because possibly you have gone very deep within yourself, and if you rush out of meditation, that is possibly going to leave you feeling edgy and a little stressed for the rest of the evening. So we want to come up nice and slowly. And then remember to open your eyes very, very slowly. Okay. I hope that was good for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, if you have any questions, I'm just going to share our support details. Just a few parting reminders. So we normally meditate twice a day for 20 to 30 minutes. Do not use a clock or alarm or your mobile phone to measure that time. Just at the beginning, just tell yourself 20 to 30 minutes. If you are not sure at the end of that, if you've gone for 20 minutes, then just through squinted eyes, look at your watch or a clock. Do not open your eyes fully, as this will be shocking to your nervous system. If you're at 16, 17 minutes, go back. Ensure you're over 20 and less than 30. Don't worry if there's lots of thoughts and you're having to go back to the awareness of the breathing and follow that cycle all the time. You will eventually, those thoughts will calm down and will become less evident in your meditation. But as I said before, there is a very important purpose that they're there, because as they go across that cinema screen of the mind, they're losing their hold over you. So that is one of the natural processes of relaxation. We do want to learn deeper and more profound relaxation, and it does come very quickly. Most people meditating regularly over at least a week will begin to see such profound changes, and you're really, really going to enjoy this. So please check back in. Obviously, these sessions are recorded, so you can refer back to them if you're not sure. But it is much better if you check in person. Also, I will be covering different aspects of the benefits of meditation. Next week, we're going to be dealing with self-help. A little practice to do at the end of our meditation, a sort of an affirmation, how to get us over some of those bumps in the road that are ahead for us. Now, we do remain as your servant, at your service, so if you want to contact us with any particular questions, you can write it in the chat box now, or use the support email that's on your screen. So again, just to remind you, Monday through Friday, 8:15 a.m. GMT +1 and 5 p.m. GMT +1, that you can join us for a group meditation. Even if you've got the technique down to a fine art, come and meditate with us. As I said to you earlier, I could feel the vibrations through the people connected, I'm sorry to learn that some of you are having a hard time. I felt some heartache, so I've been sending energies to you. So hopefully you will feel some upliftment after this session. So I will stick around for a few minutes. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat, or as I said, connect via the support email address. You can also visit our website of faisu.org. There's a lot more information on our main course there. So hopefully after the lockdown, you'll be able to continue on and take one of our main course of meditation and spiritual unfoldment. So thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate your company, and we hope to see you live in another session. Thank you very much and good evening. Okay, I see there's a few messages. Okay, so Krisha had a lovely meditation. Thank you. Okay, so if you do have any questions, happy to read them in the chat or use the email address here. So our next scheduled meditation is 8:15 in the morning, and thank you very much for joining us. Have a lovely evening. Keep meditating. Okay, bye-bye now.